DUI.
Oh, can't be doing that stuff.
3
man.
years ago.
Can't be doing that stuff, man.
I haven't drank for 3.5 years.
Is it on? I don't see myself.
Man. Oh.
It's on.
Yeah, it's on.
Oh, there we go. Hey, everybody. Oh,
You good?
hey, everybody. Welcome to the Red Eye Hour. It's December 2nd, 2022. It is Friday night. We survived another week. And tonight we have a special guest, a guest that's never been on before. So we're excited about that. But we're just kind of getting set up, and I can't talk about it. So I'll just talk about it in general. We had a meeting of the minds earlier tonight, and
Can't talk about it.
I can't talk about it, but I feel like it went good.
Just not talking about it.
So, how was your week, Antonious?
Shit, you know. Making up for lost time, all that bullshit.
Waking up for a lost time?
You know, we had off Thursday and Friday, so
Oh.
all that shit that didn't go out Thursday and Friday got dumped on us Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Mm.
Today wasn't so bad. Not too bad.
Did you go to the caves today?
No.
I was watching some more about videos about them.
No, I didn't go there. I hate going to that motherfucker. I told you that.
Yeah, there's a lot of caves systems supposedly.
They got a lot up there. Hell, this
There's a lot, like when in the United States.
You know, they think that's gonna save them for when the world starts burning.
Right, that's what some of it's for. They're like big bunkers.
God bless them.
I guess it's for the elite. I guess
Elon
that's
Musk-
what they say.
Well, Elon Musk is going to Mars.
That's right. You know that there's that. Do you hear about that genius little girl who's like 9 and she's already like getting like 2 degrees in a big college? She's like, they say she might be like smarter than Einstein, and that's one of her missions is to colonize Mars.
What do you want to do that for?
Well, they
There's
want
nothing there, bro.
space travel, man.
All that, what they want to try to terraform and all that.
Terraform. That's when you change the
Yeah, I know.
landscape of the original ground, basically.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. It ain't happening. They be living in their little spaceships.
That movie, The Martian.
Yeah.
You've seen that?
Yeah, I've
That's with
seen
that
that.
one actor. I can't think of his name right now, but that's probably pretty realistic of like how it would be when they're first up there.
But why
Like-
do you want to go?
Well,
What is the purpose? You want to colonize a planet that's essentially it is dead. You can dig for all the fucking water you want.
well, I mean, we know about it, but we don't know everything about it because we've never been on the ground.
And the rover just died on that ground. Okay?
It's still going. That other one.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
there's
thought
that.
they just said one of them just went offline.
Well, yeah, but there's that main one. I think they got a few up there, don't they? They got a couple at least.
I don't know.
So anyway, what's up with the Artemis thing? So this first one's not going to the moon. They just orbited the moon, and they're coming back.
Who?
Artemis, the big rocket launch that went off last week
I ain't pay attention.
with
to
like
all
3
that.
astronauts in it.
I ain't pay attention to all that.
Oh, really? There's like videos all over social
Listen,
media,
bro,
like
listen.
people filming it from like way far away because
Let me tell you
the
something.
glow of
Jeremy.
the rocket.
And you can disagree. That's fine. But let me tell you something. Okay, let me tell you something. Mars, the moon. I have no fucking interest. Okay, I'm listen. I have no interest unless you're boldly going where no man has gone before. I don't give a fuck about your space travel because you ain't going nowhere. You're going to dead planets, bro. There's nothing there.
As far as we know.
Like what? We talking microorganisms or
Maybe, yeah, I mean, even that.
no, that's the only thing that's a possibility, but you don't want to bring that shit back here.
Yeah, that could be a problem, but
It could be, it would be.
I mean, we haven't like.
Where is she going? You'll never make it to any other planet and back. Matter of fact, they need to put that little girl on a spaceship. She live out her life.
Well, I'm sure one day they're going to be wanting to travel, be able to travel to different planets.
A, you and I won't be here.
No.
And B, will the planet still be here?
I don't know.
Bro, listen, that shit we see in the movies, man, that's
Did you watch that movie that we talked about last week or
What movie?
before Thanksgiving break, I guess?
You talking about that Nope movie?
That, the Adam Project?
No, I ain't watched that. I started watching some of it, man, but
It's just about time travel.
it's one of those things we're doing a week, man. I'm watching. God damn, bro, you still got naps?
I do, man.
Oh my lord.
Let's not talk about it.
But
I'm just like, I'm spraying in the scene.
you talking about let's not talk about it, but if it starts flying in my face.
I know. I've been trying to kill him, and
I'm just surprised.
Like, bug spray down the drains and bleach and because
That's
and
usually
then I'm
attracted
thinking
to like.
are they in this thing, my waterfall, which is dried out right now, but are they in there maybe? Are they
I don't know, bro.
I'm trying to. I think I got about 3.
It's December the 2nd. You shouldn't have gnats.
We have gnats at work.
For real?
Yeah.
What?
Don't we?
Yeah.
I thought gnats were attracted
They've cut down quite a bit though.
Then somebody in that building is doing something they ain't got no business. They got a bunch of shit somewhere around.
Well,
Man, gnats are attracted to shit like watermelon, shit like that, bro.
he said the water.
Well, they are, man. Like gnats at a barbecue, man. The motherfucker's just fucking annoying. What happened, son?
What happened? What?
Why you refreshing?
I just want to see something.
Oh. I'm rocking and shit.
It was a productive week, I guess. It was kind of a crazy Friday at work, man.
Was it?
Kind of. There was a lot of energy, weird energy from people, but well, then I called you and I vented to you over the lunch hour about RCPD.
RCPD.
Okay, let's just say law enforcement and mental health.
Well, law enforcement shouldn't be involved in mental health. They should be assisting, not pretty much, being in charge. Listen, man, that's how a lot of people get shot. Mental health situation, police get caught.
I always request for a co-responder, but they always send cops first.
But again, this person, in my opinion, was making threats, terroristic threats, which they should have got arrested for. Should have got arrested for.
And at least after that, they could have sent him somewhere to get help, because that's all he needs, man, is his medication. Because when he's on his meds, he's completely fine. 5150 in California, that's what it's called, 5150 hold. So if you're acting out of your mind.
But then that goes to resources. Is it the resources to actually help this person, or are you just pretty much essentially locking them up?
Well, hopefully you take him to a place where, it'd be a facility, but he could
The only mental health facility.
Osawatomie. That's where they take him.
Who?
Osawatomie.
Where the hell is that at?
In
Southeast
Ludlow.
Kansas.
Yeah.
It's also Watomie. It's a city.
I was thinking more of Larned.
Larned's the other one, but Larned is for out of the criminal justice.
Well, this person sound like a criminal.
Osawatomie too is more.
Is it?
We're in our region.
Man, that sounds like a fascinating place to go. Somewhere exotic.
John Brown, Osawatomie John Brown,
John Brown.
Abolitionist.
See, I thought. See, okay, good, yeah, okay. That's when my mind first went. I was like, I don't know John Brown for real.
Yeah, he was from Osawatomie.
Oh, was he?
Is that the picture we have in the hallway?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's where Obama came to speak in Kansas at Osawatomie.
His mama's from. Where's Obama's mama from? Wichita, somewhere. Around?
Yeah. El Dorado, I think.
Somewhere around there.
Mm. So the person's voice you hear is our special guest tonight. And his name is A-ARon, and welcome to the Red Eye
Yeah.
Hour. We're glad you're here. We have a new guest. It's exciting.
I know, because we boring as fuck.
I don't know, man. I was trying to see views because I was like lately
Bro, I just stopped looking, man, because you get inundated with that shit, and then
yeah. So I did that this last week or last couple of weeks. I didn't really go and check the videos or stuff like that, and it was still like the same number we usually get. So that means that we are having some people.
listen, man, we would have to come up with a Netflix series. Okay?
But welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
Hey,
Red
man, what
Eye
the fuck
Hour.
was they doing on points today, man? They had all the goddamn roads blocked off, man.
What time?
It was like 5 something, which was odd.
PM?
Yeah, today.
Was there a parade for the?
Well, there was a bunch of
Big
motherfuckers.
12
Yeah.
thing?
There was a
Big
parade.
12 championship.
I don't like give a shit about that, man. Y'all blocking up the roads. It's 5 o'clock. People trying to get home on a Friday, man. That's bullshit, man. I had
The
to,
Big
I had to
12
drive all
championship?
the way around trying to take my daughter home. What?
For the Big 12
Man, I
championship?
don't give a shit about that,
On
man. Do that
points?
shit at the goddamn stadium, man.
There's nobody there.
There should have been nobody blocking all the streets trying to get on the
How
bus.
are we gonna get down Kimball then? If they do it at the stadium,
I'm like, here.
it's
Do
just
it.
points.
Do it.
Go around.
Listen, you got all that parking lot. You want to have your little walk around parade and all that stuff with the Christmas lights on you?
What's up?
Oh, I was
Something
wondering
pops
what-
up over there.
Oh,
I don't know what these popping up things are. How's this look?
Grizz Theory says, hey, look, he's angry.
Who?
For my ass up, right?
who's angry? Man, listen. Hey, man,
Against a
because
parade.
literally, bro.
Anti-parade.
I was like, listen. I was like, okay, I gotta take my daughter home. She lives by the zoo, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, fuck it. You know, nice day. I ain't washed my car in like a week and a half. So, you know, go to Tommy Wash, you know. So, you know, as we're driving by, I look over the tourism mall and I'm like, okay. And then you start going and you try to turn like, what is that? What is that school right there? Eugene or whatever?
Yeah, Eugene.
Past
Field.
the post office. You know, I'm trying to.
Woodrow.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to turn left, right? Get on point so I can head up there. And it's like it's blocked off. So I'm like, okay. And as you keep going down that street, you're looking. I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'll just turn over by the park. That shit's closed off, bro.
Everything.
And it's pissing me off because I'm like, so y'all can't tell nobody? You got all these roads blocked off and people don't find out until they actually turn on the fucking road. Okay.
So which way did you have to go?
Man, I had to turn around in some small ass apartment parking lot. You got 4 or 5 other people trying to do the same thing. So we doing this little fucking, you know,
Shift and
yeah, we all going around this shit. I'm just like, this is bullshit, man. And you gotta go all the way to Bluemont. Just a fucking turn, bro. Okay. And then I thought, well shit, I'm gonna turn up here by, you know, Mr. Goodsense where Burger King used to be.
Uh-huh.
I was like,
That's
man. I told my daughter, I said, look, if I see another barricade, I said I'm gonna lose my shit, so don't panic.
Don't panic.
For real, bro. Hey man, that's bullshit, man. It's 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, 5
But the weather's good too.
Hey man, you wanna have that goddamn go to K-State. Okay, you fucking up Friday. People trying to get home, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Shit.
saying, construction people are out doing stuff because of the weather.
I just went. I didn't have to go that way.
Did you hear about that parade?
Not till today.
Who made the fucking announcement?
I don't know.
Where was the
Dad told me
announcement
or
made?
somebody.
On Celestial Radio? Is that what the announcement?
They sent a signal from Mars.
I was just saying, man. Don't nobody got no. Well, some people still got cable. I didn't know this happened. Parade. Fuck that, man. Shit.
Maybe
I
it
saw
was
some on
maybe it was a
Facebook.
spontaneous gathering.
Do that shit on K-State's property. You got more access roads. You can cut off one lane on Kimball.
You can't park anywhere in case.
That's their problem. When you got all the community trying to figure out how the fuck they gonna get home because y'all done blocked out points on every goddamn side road. Well, come on, man. You can't do that to people, man.
Yeah.
And the people who wanted to go out there and watch, they still could have watched it. But okay, I'm done.
Okay. Well, do you have any certain topics that you want to talk about tonight?
I don't know.
Like, it can be anything, or a good story.
Good
You do
story.
have some good stories from like your time in the military and stuff. Well, that's only if you want to talk about that, but you know, but you have some good stories.
What do you wanna know about? What do you
tell me about how you met Matula.
Okay.
So who's Matula?
Matula, or I say Matilla, but it
Matilla.
is Matula. I just don't say it right. But I'm terrible with names, but I've called him Matilla so long that I probably won't ever be able to stop. But it is Matula, and he was my interpreter in Afghanistan in 2009 and 10. Met him because we were. I was somebody that was a little bit older when I enlisted, so I had a degree, and so when we got to Kandahar, they had me, since I was older, go do some of the trainings and classes and stuff while the other guys were getting ready, and one of those was getting certified to escort the interpreter. Like, it's, you know, a throwaway task that somebody's got to do, but that was me. they assigned it to me. So it was a good thing, because now a decade later, I'm still in touch with him, and he's now living here, and all of this stuff we've done with the Afghans.
Biden get him out?
No, he got out in 2017.
Oh, okay. So
and moved here. I worked with a bunch of people to get him out and to move here. He resettled in 2017 with his 6 family members, and there was about 20 or so Afghans associated with him in the region at that time, but now we got 150 because in the last year we evacuated about 120 that resettled into Manhattan.
Manhattan?
Yeah. So here in Manhattan, and they've been his family or friends or other workers that worked in as special force operators or different interpreters. Some were dentists for special operators and other government. They worked with us. They were on our team working and doing the hard work for the last 20 years. And they put the action in when we asked Afghanistan to stand up and be a democracy and embrace these ideals against the Taliban to let girls go to school. These guys were on the front lines fighting for those things for 20 years, and then when the Taliban took it, like, they have nowhere to go. They got to come with us. So we got them. We got 150 of them here. It's well known. It's all over.
Man, you know how people feel, man.
Yeah. People feel. How do you feel about it?
I don't give a damn. This is America. That's how I feel about it.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
So you should.
People help you. They're in a life or death, because that's what it is, a life or death situation. If they would have stayed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Taliban can say whatever the fuck they want to say.
Well, sure.
You know, they're fucking terrorists.
But
So,
I think the people have been welcomed here over the last year incredibly well.
well, I always used to tell people, Manhattan ain't that bad. It's, some other places in Kansas, so you don't want to.
Yeah, it's renewed my faith a little bit in the idea that America's a melting pot, or that we have a path to the American dream. Because in the last decade or so, we've been maybe longer, but we just in the last several years have just started fighting with each other on everything, and we just complain, but we're at also stagnation. Our country hasn't passed a budget, and I don't know when. Maybe in our lifetimes they haven't passed a real budget, because they can't do anything but fight.
Well, that's our fault.
Right. But I'm saying, sure, it may be our fault, but it's not the system's fault, because the system, what I'm saying, is still worse.
The system is working the way it's supposed to work.
Because these Afghans that have resettled here with nothing, the clothes on their back, are now in critical, essential, employed, working. They're going to school. They're driving buses. They're cleaning. The custodians. They're making our community work, and they're growing, and their kids are growing, and they're not complaining and fighting. the way we are about the things that we have. But they're using our system to show that the American dream is possible, and that you don't get to see that, and you don't get a chance to see that experiment really go through, because even our kids today are born with advantages or disadvantages than we had when we were born, and it's just like hard to measure if the American dream is really working, or is all these other things messed it all up too bad that nobody can really make it.
See, I hear what you're saying, right? I hear what you're saying, but it goes right back to what we can't agree on.
Yeah.
What you're saying is a beautiful thing, but somebody else will hear that, and I always say it. Fucking Republicans, they're gonna say, "Oh, they're living here off of my tax dollars. They're pretty much their own welfare."
And they also protected your tax dollars beyond a measurable price in the 20-year war that we spent more money than anyone can imagine on. And so if they want to talk about tax dollars, I mean, I wouldn't be alive today. I would be dead. What's that cost?
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
But again, it's sad that we got some people in this country who just sees that as the most horrible thing. Blasphemous is what just came out of your mouth.
Right.
To some people.
Right. They're going to take our job. Like they're the others.
Take
right?
job.
Right. Exactly. But that's the mentality. But I don't think, and I've been renewed in this, and I don't know if it's because they're our allies and they worked with us, and they're not treated in the same way, and at least I don't get that resentment that we get from general foreigners coming in, from just Kansans or anyone, that might just be like, what are they doing,
Well, those are people who are grateful.
Yeah.
Because they could be in a...
They're grateful, and they also, I think, earned their... it was a deal amongst our countries.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not... We have a unique relationship with Britain, like a special alliance there, because we kind of came out of them in a way and all those things. But we've not been at war with anyone else as long and have as much money and blood and treasure into a country as we have with Afghanistan. And the general population, the 350 million people in America, don't understand that the way that probably the military and the civilians and everybody that was over there do. But like that 20-year commitment doesn't fade away. Our relationship with that region is going to be there in the same way our relationship with Britain is today. Probably to a longer degree, because we've invested tremendous intelligence and all kinds of things into that region. It's unstable now, of course, but
yeah, of course.
But the people, 100,000 people were at one time connected to people in the Midwest. 100,000 Afghans in some way through education. Think of all the jobs, all the dollars, all the contractors, everything we've done over there. We're all interconnected in ways that are pretty crazy.
Universities.
Yeah.
All that.
So I don't know. Maybe that's why people are waking up to, or allowing, or maybe I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this all works out.
Yeah.
But you're right, the 350 million people are still going to be fighting with each other every day about everything, complaining about everything every day.
That is the most sickening part.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta be honest. The American people. And again, I always hate to say this, but they do it all they go on TV and it's just fucking stupid. Republicans. I hate to call them out, but they do it all the time, man. They do this shit where, like the Afghan thing, Oh, Biden, he fucked this up. Whatever. The shit was gonna be messy anyway. Let's just be honest. It was a fucking
exit strategy.
Yeah, it was gonna be messy anyway, Jeremy. Okay.
Right.
And again, what happened? Who said we was leaving Afghanistan?
Well, there's a debate on that, but it started with the Trump administration.
Mm-hmm.
For sure locked us in, but more even so than Trump, I would say the one of the Kansans Pompeo made a deal as Secretary of State.
I just think that guy's all.
He
kinds
got
of
us.
dirty.
He got us. He got us out of the A-ARon deal, and he got us out of Afghanistan. He locked us into getting out of Afghanistan.
Now come on, Aaron. Does that make sense to you?
I don't think those were good foreign policy decisions at all.
Hey, let's get rid of the Iran nuclear
Not the
deal.
way we got out, and not locking us into getting out the way we got out.
Well, here's my thing. If what Obama did has stopped Iran from, acquiring a nuclear weapon, then what's wrong with it? If you want to make a tweak, why? You just gave him, here, do it.
Yeah, you just gave all the leverage away.
And what are they doing? They're fucking doing it.
He did the same thing with Israel when they moved the embassy to Jerusalem. All the leverage is gone in those negotiations.
And now you got Kanye West.
Yee.
No.
No. No.
Did you see that motherfucker? You probably did.
John show.
He made black people look bad.
Kanye,
And you know what's, here's the sad part. Who are the people that's taking him these places? Who are the people that's around him who is allowing him to do this?
Right.
Somebody, what we talking about, 5150?
Yeah.
Kanye West.
Yeah.
If he ever goes to California, 5150 his ass. Okay? what do they have on his face?
Right.
And what was that little puppet dog thing?
Well, that thing on his face, like he's been wearing them since he's been doing them for the Donda album in Chicago when they did the big performances
But
and
Jeremy,
stuff. He's been wearing the
just-
masks over his
That's okay.
Not
Okay,
a fan.
fine. Whatever.
because he
Theatrics.
lived at that Coliseum.
But Jeremy,
And like
to
some
say
weird
what
room
he
and
said and to have that on at the same time, it's like, how can you really? When you got Alex Jones trying to say, yo, bro.
Alex Jones owes some people some money.
But Alex Jones trying to tell him, well, that's kind of harsh talking about, comparing people to saying Hitler was a good guy. Alex Jones is trying to tell him, yo, you taking it too far.
You went too far. When you,
Kanye
I didn't
first
know there
said-
was something past Alex
Well,
Jones.
That was my whole
Yeah.
point.
He
Like,
said that we need to stop disrespecting the Nazis so much. That was his first
Oh
statement.
my god.
bro, you've been to Germany, right?
Yeah.
You see anything over there about Adolf Hitler?
No. Well, there is. If you
Where?
start digging.
No. I'm talking about in public view.
No.
Is there Adolf Hitler German school?
No.
Then there shouldn't be any Robert E. Lees and all them other motherfuckers over here in America. Those guys were traitors, and we should have did them the same way Germany did Hitler.
So do you think that Kanye's trying to do the whole
Jeremy,
view on because after the war ended and Hitler died supposedly and all that, because didn't the American government hire German scientists that were under the Nazi regime?
Well, the German, some of the science, like Einstein.
yeah, I'm
left.
about to say Einstein.
Einstein left, but they left on their own to get out, just like the Afghans kind of left. Like it was the same,
Right.
the brain dump. They wanted to leave to get out of the war zone, but we took them for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We recruited them hard, but they didn't. We didn't like steal them,
Hitler. Come on, bro.
And then he posted that Nazi sign or something.
See, come on, man.
Yeah,
And
that,
I heard some black person say, Kanye makes black people look. No, Kanye makes Kanye look bad. Okay, I don't.
Yeah.
What I always tell you, Jeremy, everybody your color ain't your kind. Okay, and Kanye ain't my kind. Okay,
Kanye's
fuck that,
his
man.
own
Come-
kind.
You are pretty much surrendering yourself to being a fucking slave, Kanye. You're praising people, especially Hitler, who wouldn't even shake a. Oh my God, I forget the Olympic athlete's name when they went over there for that.
oh yeah,
Carl Jones.
It's
it's something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell is his name. You're right with that.
It's Carl something.
It's Carl something. I don't know.
Johnson or no?
Yeah, something. But yeah, I know. Jesse Owens. No?
No, I don't
Jesse
think it was
Owens?
Jesse Owens.
No.
Carl. I got stuck
I
on
my
Carl.
phone
now.
this question. Hey Google, what athlete would Hitler not shake his hand? Refuse. Jesse Owens. You're right.
Jesse Owens.
Hey, my bad, man.
Yeah, I got stuck.
Snubbed him. Come on, man. That That man just came to your motherfucking country and ramrodded
Yeah.
motherfuckers, man.
He was all bad man.
But Hitler,
Yeah.
speaking about Hitler, Kanye, you're stupid, bro. Where did Hitler learn, pretty much get the idea to start killing Jews? Where did he get it from? What country?
Russia.
Well,
No. Hitler said he got the idea by the way whites treated blacks. in
Oh,
America.
that's true. That's a propaganda they used to justify when the U.S. were speaking out, for sure.
Bro, that's how bad it was.
That they did. They said, "Oh, we can do it because you guys did it. Why you have no standing in this?" Yeah, they did. He definitely did that. The whole Nazi
you see what I'm
regime did
saying?
that.
See how stupid Kanye is? Bro, he took something that he thought was so horrendous in America and used it in Germany.
right.
Yeah.
But then you got people over here that'll say that goddamn Marjorie Taylor Greene, okay, she's a white supremacist. You got that Nick Fuentes and all that shit.
Yeah.
All that. Hey, don't tell me Hitler was a good guy. Hitler took the idea of how bad to treat people from Americans. White Americans in America, how they treated their black and brown and colored folk.
Yeah.
That's how bad the guy was, bro.
Yeah, he had kind of weird ideology.
He was a terrible
But
monster.
again, you
Yeah.
say he got it from we.
Mhm.
We America.
Right.
So America created that monster.
You know what's really interesting? I mean, talking about race and
Well,
history
Aaron, not
is-
to cut you off,
yeah.
I talk about race because, like I tell Jeremy, being a black man, driving, I go places.
yeah,
And I hear some of the, and how some people look at you,
yeah,
like, what the fuck are you doing here? I tell Jeremy all the time, yo, bro, I go into businesses when I'm driving in Missouri,
right.
okay, my Thursday ride. I said, bro, I go into some business, bro, I got a bunch of shit for them. I tell them, I say, hey, I'm here to deliver blah, blah, blah. They be like, oh, I'll go get somebody. And they got me standing there, Aaron, for like 5-10 minutes. And then I'll start unloading shit by myself. Nobody ever shows up.
Mm.
And you look around, nobody's in there but white people. So me as a black man saying, oh, what y'all think,
Ooh, yeah.
y'all lucky that I got a daughter. Or I'll start breaking y'all shit right here in your building. I just start slamming it on the ground. Wouldn't give a fuck if I got fired. But the race thing for me is one of those things where, like I tell Jeremy, I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm sick of it. We shouldn't even be hearing about it. And those people, this is why I hate Donald Trump so much.
Right.
He made it normal. He made it all right for you to be racist in the fucking open. Why everybody, what they do? Oh, what do you mean he's racist? What? What are you talking about, man?
He
He was sued.
institutional norms.
And the Supreme Court said, bro, you're being discriminatory. That's racist.
Yeah.
His daddy was in the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Huh, I don't know who David Dukes is. Bitch, you in the picture with him. What are you talking about?
Right. Denied.
So that's why when you hear me bring up race, it disgusts me because I'm like, look, I don't give a fuck what your color is. It's all about how you treat me.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when Republicans say it all, Martin Luther King, not the color of your skin. Listen, man, stop using that because you're using it out of fucking context.
Yeah.
Okay? You just are. Go on to say what else he said. Okay? Oh no, that you can't do that because it doesn't fit your narrative.
Right.
And even the shit you saying now, you don't believe. Like I tell Jeremy all the time, Republicans always want to get on TV. Oh, I'm so upset they called me a racist. Well, listen, stop saying and doing racist shit. And
Yeah,
maybe
it's
people
that
won't.
easy,
It's just
right?
that.
Like my old friend Nate, his mom and dad met in the military.
Yeah.
And when they lived in Europe, they experienced some racism over there once because she was white and he was black.
Bro, so some places that's
They
not
got
cool,
like
bro.
their car spray painted and
I
stuff.
think
you know?
it's like going back to how Hitler kind of hijacked the slavery narrative in a way to promote it,
Killing Jews.
killing and all kinds of problems that he did. But before, how did we get to that point? Or not that how did we get to that point, but in that point in our history in the 30s when he was reading that stuff and writing Mein Kampf and whatever,
Yeah.
and using that to justify things, the United States had just experienced a period where we were also the rise of the Ku Klux Klan, and we forget. I don't know enough, and I'd like to know a lot more about what happened after the Reconstruction, after the Civil
Yeah.
War, and before the Ku Klux Klan, because my understanding is that there was a lot of black people that were elected to offices, and there was this whole society where there was like a few years where America had kind of like people, right, that
Yeah.
were in positions of power and representing
Yeah.
the South and things.
Yeah.
But that didn't last because of the rise of the South and the Ku Klux Klan. That led to this institutionalized after the Industrial Revolution, like how we are as a society now. But there was a period like where
Yeah,
things
this is-
worked or could have worked, and then
Well,
it really got messed up.
Well, think about it.
And how
Now,
do we do that again?
I'm not. I mean, I'm kind of brushing over the top when I say this, but what it was that black people were allowed to vote.
Yeah, exactly, and they should win all of those seats, right? Like, and they did.
So black people were allowed to vote. Thus, we can't allow this to happen. And again, Dr. Google, everybody can go there. You know, the racists. Oh, we can't allow these black people to be in power.
So they started
So here comes,
disenfranchising the votes.
there you go. Here comes starting to vote. How many bubbles on in the bar of soap? Well, shit, zero.
Yeah.
How many jelly beans? Bro, how many jelly beans? You had to pay a poll tax and all this.
Literacy tax or tests and all types.
All
of,
this just for me, my people to vote, bro.
You had to be a landowner or in types of things.
All this
Bosses and
So before they could get those in, a bunch of people got elected.
Yeah.
And then they couldn't get elected anymore because they narrowed the vote down, like they are trying to do in many ways again.
It baffles me how we have this Constitution, right? We've got the Constitution. Everybody screams the Constitution. But then with, common person like me, I go through and I start reading the Constitution and I'm like, well, shit, ain't neither party abiding by this bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no, parties should not exist.
Exactly.
They have no constitutional protection, and the founders didn't foresee two parties.
There shouldn't be money in politics.
Yeah, those two things go together.
Yeah.
But you know who did that? The Supreme Court.
The Citizens
Corporations
United.
are people too.
When money and political speech are the same thing, and then so you can't limit somebody's political speech, but if they have unlimited money, they can do whatever they want with it. We have a problem.
Yeah.
Because then people with all the money have all the political speech.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I tell Jeremy this all the time. You probably heard me say, I can never understand how poor people support some of the richest assholes and elect them into office. They don't care about you.
Yeah.
They need you for a certain period to vote. After that, fuck you.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. And people do it over and over. I'm like, why do people vote against their own interests? Look at that shit that's going on in goddamn Mississippi. You got the governor, you know what he said? Oh, I'm happy to be here and not in, Jackson?
Yeah.
The capital?
With the water.
You the governor, bitch. That's what you supposed.
Yeah.
He just, I'm glad I'm here and not. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. Jackson is predominantly black. My bad. I forgot about that. You see, come on, bro.
That's right.
Right in the fucking open. It's big. The UN should go after them for, oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for?
Humanitarian.
Human rights violation. Yeah, there you go. Human rights violation. Come on, bro.
My grandpa Vernon was that almost a year or 2 years ago, and like January or February, I had to go down there when he passed away.
Uh-huh.
My mom's dad, and he lives like in Canton, which is like off the Natchez Trail and by Jackson, like right. It's like a little town, predominantly black, and it's kind of like going back in time a little bit in some of them
Sundown City,
back roads,
sundown town.
I'm driving through there. I'm like, like shacks and like, and you'll see some like of the southern flags. And
Confederate flag.
Yeah.
Call it what it is. Traitor flag. That's what it is, bro.
And just it's kind of like it feels like sometimes you're going back in time.
You ain't going back in time. It's the 21st century, bro.
I know.
That's why I get so. People are stupid. Aaron, I'm sorry, but
I'm very proud of Kansas though in that narrative.
Listen,
because we stood up for the right thing.
I told Jeremy this. And again, I don't want to say I'm Jeremy's a smart guy, but unlike you and I, Jeremy's like, I'll listen, but man, I'm not delving into this political shit.
Yeah.
Even though I tell him, Jeremy, you work for the state, bro. You
Work for the man.
or the city, you work for a government entity.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
So guess what, bro?
Joe Biden.
That's your boss.
Yeah.
Damn, I lost my point. What was I talking about, man?
Man, you're talking about all kinds of stuff. We were talking
Ain't
about
that a bitch?
We were talking about Mississippi.
Well, yeah, I was just talking about Mississippi, how the governor is just saying fuck those people, but bro, that's where you supposed to be. And then that's why we was talking about the amendment.
Yeah, money in politics. Or what?
I'm talking about we started going towards the abortion amendment
Okay.
in August. I think that's, I don't know, but yeah, I think you said you were surprised by Kansas.
Oh no, I was
Proud.
surprised. No, Kansas
Proud.
was on the right side of the Civil War.
Oh.
We started it for the free state. So in that narrative, in that sense, the South, like I have a lot of pride in that of Kansas, but like I don't like Missouri for different reasons, but for similar reasons too. But
Missouri,
like
they're a trip.
it's
bro.
like, but we have this historic battle, you know, that still resonates today in some ways, and it comes out in weird ways. But I'm proud that Kansas, the people that ended up settling here, were the right, you know, mindset and not of the South.
I don't know why Kansas is such a Republican place.
We're moderate. We just
We're not moderate.
We've
Listen,
been moderate the whole time
Chris
until the last 10
Mann
years.
and all them. I mean, all we got was Laura Kelly. Kobach?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
No, he is. Yeah, he's not.
Come on,
But
bro.
there's the
That guy's
system's
been on
broken
the
here.
ballot every time there was something to be on the ballot, and they let him in one of the most powerful spots in Kansas.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
The party doesn't like him either, though. Like that's the
Then
thing.
why is
Because he's.
I'm gonna go into the voting booth. I don't like this motherfucker, but just because he's got an R in front of his name,
Yeah.
he gets my vote. Come on, we gotta stop. See, that's what
Western Kansas won it for
That's what-
Dodge City and all them.
everything west of here.
Garden City.
Carried it because Kobach was behind. Kobach had the same amount of votes as Schmidt, or even less, coming out of basically the early votes in the eastern half. But then when Laura Kelly continued to beat Schmidt, but Schmidt ate into her lead with Western Kansas, but Kobach, like, they went all in and pushed him over. And that goes back to like loyalty and other things beyond his ideology of a person. They're true to the party, right?
I ain't gonna say it, man. I be thinking some fucked up shit, so I ain't gonna say
Yeah.
it.
But it's
I'll
too
say it
bad.
off air. I can't say it. I ain't gonna say it. I'll say it off air. But I know what's going on down there. I know what's going on down there. I used to deliver. I know what's going on down there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of motherfucking manipulation. I'll tell you that much. A lot of uneducated people getting a lot of disinformation, misinformation,
That's right. That's
and
true for the
voting
whole
with
country.
fear.
The instant gratification and fear.
We get none.
But like all the time. They're like, you get this or this or this or this if you don't do this, and then
Who's that? Man, tell people stop calling, man. Then you always got your ringer on, man.
people are not making rational, cautious decisions because they want that instant gratification. And if Trump can tell them something in 30 seconds that makes them feel something, that's all that you gotta do.
I know a negative had 10 times the impact of a positive. I know this. But it's just some shit you're just like,
Sorry, man.
who is that?
No, it's a Florida number. I think I know who it is. But...
Ron DeSantis.
How do I get on the red eye hour?
It's probably a friend that's
Oh.
institutionalized. Let's put it that way.
Oh, that's not good.
He'll want you to
No.
call Ron DeSantis.
Fuck Ron DeSantis. I can't believe they think he's their new golden boy.
He's pretty young. I don't know how Marco Rubio really had a bad time when he ran.
he's worse than Trump in the sense that Trump is a dumbass, okay? But Ron DeSantis, he really believes his own hype.
Oh, he's a true
But
believer.
he's a
Brownback, he's like
religious
Brownback.
person, though?
Brownback's a true believer. Like just saying, they're
Yeah.
true believer. Pence, they're in that camp.
Well, listen, I don't want none of these godly people. I'm sorry. I just don't. When you telling me we got to bring prayer back to school, says who? You want that shit? Go to the Catholic school. That's why they have them. Okay? That's another thing I don't like.
Do you remember there was I remember there being like a few months or almost a year where there was people saying when Trump first got elected that at least it's not Pence. Do you remember?
I remember saying that. Yeah.
It, like how bad it could be
Hell
because
yeah.
of the people that are on the very far right or want to do some things that a lot of people don't like.
Well, how many?
But now we're like, oh, maybe that's at least it's not Trump. But,
I mean, right now the only people you can say that's not on the far right is
Trump took it to a whole different
Liz
level.
Cheney and fucking what's his name
Yeah, from Illinois.
Illinois.
Yeah.
They're the only two.
Not Mass.
Kissinger
Yeah,
or some shit like
Kinzinger.
Kinzinger.
Yeah.
Them the only two that you can say that's not on the far left. I mean far right.
Yeah, they gotta grow some balls and decide which side. They're either with the mafia or they're with the religious right or they're with their own party.
Listen, Aaron. A lot of people in my family, I ain't gonna say they hate me, but they're like, oh shit, here he goes. Because listen, I told my mom, I like sounded the alarm to my mom and my niece at my mom's house, and they thought it was crazy, Aaron. I was like, oh my God, this shit is. I said, really, this is what this country's going to? I said, yo, man, I might have to give my daughter a passport and seek asylum in Canada or something. It's like, what are you talking about? Blah blah. I said, yo, I said these crazy motherfuckers. I said in America, plot and plan to kidnap a governor. A sitting governor. I said, that don't happen here.
It's not.
I said, this ain't Nicaragua.
It's not normal.
That's what I told them. And they looking at me like, I'm like, yeah. I said, her and another motherfucker from a different state. I said, they was going to kidnap him and tell him we was going to put him on trial. Y'all was going to kill him.
That's Sharia law. That is the stuff that we don't allow.
That's when I got scared, Aaron.
That is terrorism, and we need to call it what it is.
That's when I got scared.
And we're in a dangerous time
I was
because
like, really?
people are amped up and they're fanatical and they don't understand because they want that instant gratification.
But they're amped up by people
right
who claim to be on their side.
For their own opportunities, right? Yeah. They're popular.
Carrie Lake.
Yeah.
A Democrat's going to end up winning that seat in Arizona because that one goddamn county said we're not certifying the vote. So you're going to disenfranchise a whole goddamn county because this bitch lost. She lost.
And she's going to take down the Republican that won the
exactly. That Democrat gets a seat. Kevin McCarthy, your minority, how small it may be. Majority, I mean, just got smaller.
Yeah, because of that. Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying, Aaron?
Yeah.
You know that fucking election was stolen because had she won, we wouldn't hear a goddamn thing.
Right.
So if I lose, it's rigged. If I win, everything's copacetic.
Right,
yeah.
right.
I mean, you see the logic in that?
Yep.
But hasn't it always been like that?
No.
No, it is not. It is not.
When we
okay.
have elections.
You have. If I win, I win. If I lose, I help the next person in the ways that they'll let me help them, and I'll try again in 4 years.
Gotcha.
The last current incident like that was Bush Gore. Went to the courts. Gore said, "Hey, I concede. I lost."
Right.
What? No. Oh, it was. Well, it was only by like a few hundred votes, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was,
he could have kept it going, bro. His shit was closer
but
than.
he was like, the country needs to move forward.
Right,
blah
right.
blah blah. And the transition of power is a very, very important part of keeping our democracy working.
That's my fear.
But if you roll the die, if the decision now is yes I win, or it's either yes I win or it was rigged.
Yeah.
Like there is no I lost anymore for a lot of people.
Who was that? I can't remember the guy that was running for governor that said on camera. This is what's tripping me out, Aaron. They're saying it out in public now.
Yeah.
He said if I win, another Republican will never lose again in this state.
Right.
How can you guarantee that, bro?
Yeah.
How can you guarantee that? You can't. You're gonna rig the game because you're governor and you're hoping you get that Secretary of State and Attorney General. You get the state house in this, bro.
Right.
People don't. How many times have I told you? You've heard me say I've told Jeremy this before. I've told everybody this. I've told black people this. I say when Trump was in office, I said, you motherfuckers, y'all need, I said, y'all don't understand. I said, you see this?
Yeah.
It's like, what's that? I said, that is the stroke of a pen. I said, at the stroke of a pen, your ass wouldn't be free anymore.
Right.
And there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. No, okay.
We got closer than I could have ever imagined with Trump as president.
Man, that was a tourist attraction at the Capitol. I mean, at the House.
But him walking across the black, like shooting tear gas into protesters.
Yeah.
All of the getting the
Bible.
military walking across, and we were in seriously dangerous territory of how our institutions continue to work as a democracy. You don't, and it is a mafia thing. Like you install the thing. Trump doesn't just lie. He also tells you what he's gonna do, and then does it.
Yeah.
Which is like, and then you call him on it, and he's like, "No, I wasn't joking. I was gonna do that." Like that is he'll say when they called him out about not paying his taxes, he's like, "Well, I was smart enough to not do it." Like you're the idiot for not doing it. So when you put him in charge of the country, and he's like, "I'm gonna pack all the courts and get everybody so nobody has to change anything, and I'm good," like. Why wouldn't he? If you said you can't do that, he said, "Well, you're not smart enough to do it." Like that's his attitude.
Yeah.
It's the mafia, right? And we can't do that anymore. They got it. We can't play with that anymore.
I am glad, there wasn't this red wave. Okay.
Yeah.
When they was talking 30, 40 seats, I was like, oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible.
Them not losing the Senate is really crazy.
Well, think about it. You got all these crazy people, Trumpers, let's just call them what they are, Trumpers,
Yeah.
talking all this crazy shit. And I told a lot of people this, okay? I said, Biden's going to win. And I'm going back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They was like, oh, no, Trump. I said, listen, Biden's going to win for two reasons. They was like, what? I said, first and foremost, I said, Donald Trump handled this COVID shit all wrong. I said, people have died.
Yeah.
I said, people have died. I said, behind that, the people who died from COVID, Republicans are going to vote for Joe Biden because Donald Trump is a dumbass. And people have lost Republicans have lost loved ones.
Right.
I said, they're going to vote for Joe Biden. Nah, I said, yeah. I said, bro, when you go to vote, that's you.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell nobody who you fucking voted for. I said, I bet you are plenty of wives out there that vote on the issue.
Right.
And tell their husband, oh no, I voted blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Men do the same fucking thing.
Everybody, yeah.
A-ARon, tell me this.
Secret ballot.
Tell me this. If what I'm saying is not true, then abortion should be banned in Kansas. Should be out of our Constitution. Because what do they call us? A ruby red state. Ain't that what they call it in the media?
Yeah. No, it couldn't have been lined up more to advantage the Republican Party because they did it in the August primary.
Yep.
And they had all of the money from the Koch Foundation to push out all of the media for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So there was nobody in the state that didn't know about it. And it was in August, which is not advantageous because there's very few Democrats even on the ballot. So it lost. And that tells you that, the people are not in the same mindset of their leaders, right?
Well, the Republicans are not in the same mindset of the people.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be governed.
The leaders of the Republicans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the Republicans that voted in that primary, the majority, I mean, the Western Kansas, the same ones that helped Kobach win.
Yeah.
They voted to not allow us to ban abortion.
Yeah.
Like that's the first time Western Kansas did that.
That's what I'm saying.
And so those are the Republicans.
That is an example of people voting for their interests.
For an issue and not a party.
And now, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we can do that on so many different issues, but then you throw a party and you throw a name on it, and people go with the party.
They go with the party.
And sometimes the name, but...
I say this too. I'm like, I never understand why independents just can't win.
Yeah. It's that party loyalty.
And it's like, exactly, because, I can't be in the middle. Like some things over here, like some things over here. So if I go to a buffet, I just gotta get the fried chicken. And yeah, I said that because I'm black. So I just gotta get the fried chicken, right, Aaron?
Yeah.
Even though it's a buffet, I'm only entitled to the fucking no.
You should get your pick of the whole
I should
buffet.
get. Thank you.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
listen. I just. That's why. I don't know. Can I say something about that?
Yeah.
That's why when you're giving him this information, I was like, yo, Jeremy, I said, this shit makes it all so clear to me now. This is what's going on. Because I could, I see things, you know what I mean? Because I always say I'm listening with a third ear, read and watch with a third eye. So when I'm listening and looking at things, I'm like, something ain't right here.
Right.
Something, you see a libertarian all the time on the ballot, and I say to myself, why are they there?
Well, one of the best ways to kind of frame it, maybe that I've heard, and why the system, especially gives advantage, the duopoly, whatever, the two parties, is if you think of like a sports thing, it'd be like if you had the people with the biggest payroll, let's call it the Yankees or whoever.
Yankees and the
Dodgers. Yeah, so let's say Yankees and Dodgers, they have the biggest bankroll. They started the league, and now at each year, they'll let all these other players come in.
Yeah.
They can be libertarians or Green Party, other players that come in, but each year whoever wins the championship or the top two get to decide the new rule for the next season.
Yeah.
And they did that, and now we're 100 years after, and they have 100 rules that benefit only the Dodgers and the Yankees because they made the rules for the last 100 years. Nobody else is going to play that game with them. It's not even. The field is not even.
It's an illusion.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that independents and libertarians, moderates or Green Party, they shouldn't run. It's just you see it and you're done. You don't have a chance in hell.
Right.
Okay, you're just there to siphon votes from somebody else. The Republicans hoping you do it to the Democrat. The Democrats hoping you do it to the Republican. That's why we got to run off in Georgia, because that guy got 2%.
Right. Right. And Laura Kelly won both times without 50% because there was an independent third candidate.
And I see again, I'm not saying I don't want them to run because I think we need more people like that. But it's just.
But it's not. It's not the candidates. It's the system.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The candidate is trying to. You listen to these candidates, and they're pretty much kind of where you are. Like they say, meet the voters where they are. Well, this independent person, and sometimes libertarians, they ain't go off. They can be a little more conservative than I like. But you kind of listen like, okay, well, those are better ideas than either one of these two parties. But then again, you say to yourself, you're not going to win. I got a buddy at Manco. He always votes for. I'm like, bro, I get it, but I mean, in essence, you're wasting your vote. That person is not going to win. I hate to say it. I wish they could. I wish they had a fair shot.
Yeah.
I said, but they're just there to siphon votes from one party or the other. That's all. And sometimes I feel like, and I'm just saying it, I think one of the parties get this person in the race. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think a Republican. Let me put this.
Yeah.
Because if you really want something different, let's give this guy in the middle a chance.
Right.
We've dealt with
the primaries. The playing of the primaries has only pulled us farther apart.
And that's bullshit too. If you're a Democrat, you can only vote in a Democratic primary. I should be able to vote in any goddamn primary I want to.
Right.
As a citizen of the United States of fucking America.
They should be open primaries. They should not be closed.
Everybody should be on the ballot.
Absolutely.
Not this, I'm an independent. Well, you gotta register as a Republican. Well, I really don't want to. But I guess if I'm gonna choose, you're gonna make me choose.
And if you haven't done it 30 days before, they make it so hard to register to the right party, and then the deadlines are 3 weeks before the election, and that's only a recent change in the last 5 years. Before that, you could register up until the day of and be, all of that.
It should be that way.
It should.
Voting should be easy, not hard, bro.
Right. I spent a week in Kandahar, in a minefield in a armed vehicle platoon while we conducted the elections for the first time in that region ever, so they could vote, and we escorted the election boxes out of that area, out of that village, back to Kandahar to be counted. How they counted them, I'm sure there was tons of corruption and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
But that our country invested in us doing that to make it easy for those people to vote. But what do they do here? We spend all our time making it hard as hell to vote.
And it's sad. And it's sad. It's sad because I used to listen to people, and you probably heard this. There's no difference between a Republican and a Democrat. I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that anymore. There is a big difference.
Yeah.
There is a big difference. And I just hate singling out people, but the Republic, they make it harder to vote because you don't have any ideas. And if people turn out, like right now, remember I told you, Jeremy? Right now, there's Republicans that are in, Washington that are talking about, these fucking young people help the Democrats gain more seats than we would like. We need to raise the voting age between 21 and 28. But they can go and fight for their country at 18. But they can't vote till they're 21 because you can't win? Bro, same thing I said about the Democrats and their messaging. Come up with some better fucking ideas.
Yeah.
You scream freedom, but all you're trying to do is suppress. You scream freedom of speech, but as soon as somebody says something wrong against you,
you're canceling them.
Oh,
yeah.
Cancel culture.
Right.
It's all this contradictory, and it's just like it's in your face. And I say to myself, how do people support them? How the fuck did Marjorie Taylor Greene win? How did she win?
How does anyone? How did Abrams lose the governor's race twice in Georgia? How does that not? I don't get it.
Exactly.
She should win.
That is
if I was just not looking at anything but like race and demographics.
But that's what it is, man.
But there's plenty of African Americans to vote for. I don't know what's going on.
Just so you know, we're at the 61-minute mark.
Okay,
so
man. Okay,
we
man.
want to wrap it up.
Jeremy, let's wrap it up, man.
Let's wrap it up on a positive note.
Man, that was positive, man.
It was pretty positive.
It was
Do you want
educational.
to say something at the end?
No, it's just a pleasure to be here and
Yeah, that was good. I think it was a good discussion.
Yeah.
So thanks for being
Big 12
here.
championship tomorrow.
Yeah.
Fuck about it.
USA beating Netherlands tomorrow too.
Man, they got to win though.
It's one and done. Yeah.
They got to win. Yeah, this knockout. They got to win though. Yeah.
So for all the people that joined us tonight, thank you, and see you next week.
See you next week. Maybe.
Bye.
It's getting cold outside. See, I told Jeremy he don't like that, man. You got to stay on his time frame, man.